All right, we're going to take a quick look at what the outcome of today's part of the final is. So today we're creating kind of like I don't know, almost like a merchant that will give things to the player. We're missing a couple entities to make this an actual like transactional type thing where we could give them, say credits or something like that. But basically what we've got, and I'm going to kind of show you around a little bit. But since this isn't a tutorial, I'm not going to tell you what each and everything does, but I'm going to show you some key parts to this to kind of help you along today. So first, let's look at what it's going to run like first. So let's take a look at the completed project so you can kind of visualize what you're making. And compile, done. Reload the map. All right, so I've got a little table here, and then I'm just using this prop right here as sort of like my delivery teleporter. I'll give you all the prop names here in a second. So when I go over to the table here, if I push on, say, this box of 357, it's going to teleport into the game. Same thing here, and I can hit each one of these items, and it will deliver them or teleport them to me, and I can just keep going back through here, and I can just keep delivering myself as much of this stuff as I want. So you can imagine if we set up like a math counter based currency system, we could even make it so the player could buy these things. And, if they don't have enough in their math counter, they can't push a certain button. We just haven't gotten there yet. So for today's lesson, or today's test, we're going to have a table with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items, some kind of a delivery location. And then when we click on these things, now you'll notice I'm not picking up the one that's right here on the table. I'm actually hitting this and it's delivering one over there. So the items on the table are not actually pickup items, and I'll actually show you how we did that. So you can see every time I hit one, it's going to teleport one into the game for me. So if this were like a merchant table or something, I could have a table of goods. The player walks up, they click on the one they want, and it's going to deliver it to the player. So let's look at a few key elements that'll help you get this done for today's test. All right, so let's start out with the teleporter. So this is just a model. It's the Combine teleporter, and I have it put in here as a prop physics override, motion disabled. The name of it is Combine teleport platform under world model. You can use anything you want, but that's just what I used. I needed a platform for the objects to teleport into. So it's a prop physics override, and the name of it, Combine teleport platform. Make sure you do motion disabled, otherwise your platform is going to move all over the place. Now this platform didn't have any good bounding boxes on it, so I actually put just a regular old brush here covered with no draw. Otherwise the props fall right through the bottom of it and it looks kind of weird. So that little box you see at the bottom is just so the objects don't fall through the bottom of this model. But you could use a table or whatever you want. I just want them to land on something when they teleport into the world. Alright, so over here on the table, I've got a whole bunch of buttons. I'm going to move them out of the way so you guys can see what I have underneath them. Alright, so let's slide these buttons out of the way. Alright, so kind of here's the secret to the whole thing. I've got these objects on the table. They've all got buttons. And obviously today's lesson is about, or today's test is about point templates, which are causing things to spawn into the game. So, so when I walk up, I hit a button, I'm going to spawn an object into the game over here on the teleport platform using a point template, which we've done before. Now, how did I get these objects into the game? Because these are actually items that the player can pick up. So what I did is these are all set as prop physics override, motion disabled, and then I'll go through the model names on all of them so you don't have to dig through and try to find them. So this model is called 357 ammo, and this is the exact model from the item 357. So this is the same model that they use for the item. The next one is same thing, prop physics override. Okay, so it's a prop physics override under flags, motion disabled. The model is called Combine Rifle Ammo 01. That's the AR2 Alt Fire ammo is the name of it. This one is same thing, prop physics, motion disabled, and it is called Box, what's that say, Box Rounds, I guess is the model name. It's just a regular ammunition canister. And the next one, physics override, motion disabled. This is called battery, that's the model. And the last one, prop physics override, motion disabled, and it is called a health kit, that's the model. So those are all the models that I use. Now the thing is, these are items in the game too. So what I did is I found the name of the model and I set it to prop physics override and I disabled motion. So the player can't pick these up. I put buttons on top of them, and then the game actually goes through and spawns. If I type in item, so like item 357 here, item ammo, if I drop it on the ground, you'll see these two are the exact same model. This is a physics prop that the player can't interact with. This is actually ammunition if the player picks it up. And then same thing if we go through the list. Let's see, AR2, I think it's Alt Fire. Yeah, so there's the AR2 Alt Fire. This is the item. And this one right here, the next one is like pistol ammo or something like that. Yeah, there's that one. This is a battery, so it's called item battery. And then the last one here is item health kit. Okay, so here's the trick to how I did this. The lesson is about point templates, spawning objects into the game. Go back and watch the point template video if you need to. But the trick to making these buttons is these are not items. These are prop physics override, motion disabled, and I just use the model name that matches the item. So it looks like this thing here, but this is actually just a physics prop with a button over the top of it. Physics prop button, so you'll see each one has a matching button. They spawn, using the point template, these items, but the objects on the tables are not real. They are prop physics, so they're not actually items in the game. They are just a physics prop, the same as a pot or a pan or a dish or something like that. All right, so hopefully that'll help you out. The lesson is on point templates, and you'll notice here's my pile of objects. These are all the things that spawn and get dropped onto this right here. So go back and watch the point template video if you don't remember how it works. And once again, I'll run through the final product so you can see it now that you've kind of seen behind the curtains. Okay, so you're going to set up a table, and you're going to have some kind of a platform or whatever you want. So when I walk over here and I press this button, it spawns the item into the game. And I click on this one, and it spawns the matching item in the game. Now if I go over here, I can pick these up because these are actual items. You could hear me picking them up. So if I hit this one, drops in a box of ammo. I can come over here, pick it up, do this one, and this one. I don't know if it'll let me pick them up because I don't have a suit on. Okay, so build something that looks very much like this. I want sort of like a merchant table and some kind of a teleporting type platform. These are all going to be buttons that interact with point templates. So when I press on this, it's going to spawn ammo over here and drop it onto the platform. When I click on this one, it's going to spawn a health kit that's going to drop onto the platform. All right, that is the assignment for today.